What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of my $10 to 10k grind challenge. This is a summary episode, so we are going to look at what happened here. We started with a 91.82 bankroll and played for around 50 minutes. Before I do that, I want to give a quick shout out to everyone leaving comments about how to improve the challenge. I get quite a few critical comments about spinning golds and the expected value, and I think it's mostly right. I think the edges are there are big edges against the players, but rake and tax amount to so much that it's really not easy to beat these. I still think it's possible. There are probably better games. Possibly cash game. I don't know about rake there. I heard on GG especially it's really bad, but I don't know. But I'm not a cash game player. I actually don't like cash game too much. It's just very straightforward. Kind of, I mean, still super complex, of course, not trying to take away from that. But so I want to stick to spin and golds as long as our bankroll is below 100. And then I start adding on tournaments where I think this expected value is really high. But variance is also really high. One of the reasons I like the spinning golds is I can jump in, play a few, and stop almost at any time. Similar to cash game, of course, I have to finish the spinning gold tournament itself, but usually they don't take more than 15 minutes. And that's really nice. That's a big advantage towards tournaments. I will not be able to do too many tournament sessions a week, maybe one, maybe two. And another thing is you get some, well, not in the $1, but it's just such a low buy-in, but some decent rake back. And would be nice to go up in stakes. The only thing is, of course, so much money goes towards the really big prize pool, which you probably never see in your life because it's 1 in 10 million or something. Depending on which buy-in, it's a little bit more often like 1 in 2 million, or I think there's one for the high buy-ins, it's 20 in 10 million. But that still doesn't happen in a lifetime on average. Of course, that's a big issue with these. So yeah, I want to exploit more. I'm like super stubborn, so I feel like we are slightly winning on average against all odds, kind of. So we'll stick to it for now, like I said, and then as soon as we can focus more on tournaments, maybe throw in once in a while a cash game grind. Yeah, that's that. Another thing, I'm trying to get an idea of how we are actually performing in the spinning golds, and as you can see here, why is it so slow? Okay, I'm trying to import my hands from GG, so you can open PokerCraft, select some hands. It's a little bit annoying because they don't allow you to select too many hands at once. Not hands, I mean like spinning golds that you played, the hand history of that, and export it, and then I can import it here, get hands from disk. It's not that difficult, and it seems to work fine, but I did it with my other database where I have other players already, not other players, but me on different sites where I used to play tournaments. And I got a tiny error there, except everything went fine, but there was a tiny error that made me suspicious. And when I click on View Stats, where you're supposed to see your stats, you select hero here and hero because GG doesn't have a specific poker site here. If you're not familiar with Poker Tracker and stuff, just skip this section. But this is to anyone that's familiar with Poker Tracker. So with my old database, I imported the hands, had a tiny strange error, but generally everything seemed to be imported. I clicked on View Stats, set everything here the way I thought it should display, and nothing is displaying. So I created a new database, which I call GG only, and imported hands again, as you can see here. And that finished quite quickly, like within 17 minutes. Well, it's not really quickly, but it finished. Maintenance complete, but still I get this loading bar. And it doesn't finish for a while now. That's like running for 30-40 minutes already. I think it's stuck somehow. And again, if I click view stats, select hero from GG, I don't get any display here. My reports, well, I haven't created a report yet, but even on graphs, there's nothing. So if you have any idea how to fix this or what could be the issue here, really appreciate your help. That said, let's jump into the video from recently, which I'm gonna review now. So we started with 91 euro. Let's have a quick look if you can see our graph here. It's somewhere here. That's how it looks so far. Not too bad, I think. Again, on the right way. Let's hope we follow the trend line, the supposed trend line. And yeah, just hit some positive variance, so to speak. Quick look. Did I check the leaderboard? I think we were still out of leaderboard because I didn't really play much. So we start off the session with really annoying 4x. Not much you can do about that. I want to jump into some hands that are near the bubble, which are usually the most interesting. So this is actually interesting, I think. King 8 suited against random guy. We have to call 2.5 big blind to win 4.5. So it's like, I don't know, 38% or something that we need on equity here. I think it's a clear call. I marked him as a fish. I expect him to shove queen 3 suited there, maybe, I don't know, like many random hands, but even against an ace 7 suited, we have decent equity, I think. Probably around 40+%. So against this whole range, I'm sure we have actually around 40, maybe slightly more %. So I think it's a call, but you tell me. I mean, ICM also plays, so maybe preserving the stack and finding fold equity spots where we have the fold equity is better. Just let me know what you think. Let's see how it played out. And we call. Oh, no, we folded. Okay, sure. If he overcalls, I think this becomes a clear fold. We don't have any info on him that he's playing way to lose or something. King 8 suited is still kind of a nice hand, but he should be overcalling a lot of ace X, which he doesn't necessarily have. And yeah, so I like the fold. And yeah, we would have made a straight and the king pair, but that's not relevant at all. Let's skip ahead a little. Well, we can have a look at this. I mean, it's just a $4 one, but still, it's a bubble and the math applies. I think 9-3 suited, probably want to fold, yeah. 10-9 suited, I would jam. 10-8 suited, I guess. And this is a jam. Not sure what we do if he does something. The thing is, we're probably getting called by him. We need to take that into account, but that doesn't mean we can just fold ace-6 suited here. But now with his 3x, it's a strange spot. I think it's a fold. I hope I folded. Oh, I'm actually calling? No, I don't think that's good. He doesn't give us a reason that he's too light here. Sure, ace-6 suited still is ahead of a lot of Broadway stuff, and we need to somehow build chips. Yeah, I think the bottom range for calling is probably ace-9 suited, ace-10 off. Yeah, that's just my thoughts. Maybe I'm wrong. So, oops, that was bad. Let's get back to the spot. King 8 suited. Here it is. See how that went. We call. Yeah, I don't like it. In retro, I don't like it. I mean, sure, we don't have much leeway, like room to do something else. Okay, well, we had the better hand. But I think it's kind of That's probably around his bottom range, like queen 10 suited, sure, maybe queen 9 suited, but king 8 suited, yeah, so, yep. Let's skip ahead. Finally we get a 6x here. Okay, don't want to spoiler, but this seems interesting, super low stacks here. We have the 5s, well, that's very, very standard. The thing is, what should we do if he jams and he folds? I think 5s become a fold, because he will be all in very soon, and 5s is mostly flipping against his range. Rarely does he have an underpair, and sometimes he has the overpair and then we totally crushed. Yeah, so I think if he jams, it's a fold. Of course, if he jams, it's of course a call. Let's see how this turns out. 5 deuce, that's pretty nice. Yeah, okay, let's see the heads up here. Let's focus on the heads up. I think folding here is fine, yeah. Check 5, just total bottom range. Maybe check 8, I'm shoving. Jack 6 suited, blah blah blah. King 5 suited, I'm gonna call here. And I wanna pause real quick, because this is also an interesting bubble spot here. So he's all in, so we don't have to do anything, and the chances are, I mean, they are kind of flipping. I think this is a super interesting spot. I mean, whew. I don't know what to say, to be honest. I think jamming, if we know he plays tight, can't be totally wrong. But I think just folding to give us a very high chance of winning the $1.50 isn't bad either. If it was a better ace, I wouldn't say anything like ace 8 suited, ace 9 off plus. But ace 6, problem is, if we're getting called, we probably totally crushed. So I don't hate a fold, but I guess I'm jamming. Let's see. And yeah, king 5 suited here, I'm calling. Okay, just standard against an ace X, nothing we can do. I think I was thinking about this quite a bit too. Yeah, and we finish second here. And we make the tight laydown. And unfortunately he hits, we would have hit. Yeah, I don't know about it. Now he still is almost dead. I mean, he still needs to win a flip. He jams, so definitely we're folding. I think he folds because, I mean, it makes sense. If we would call, it would be a big mistake, but he's kind of relying on us making a big mistake, which we shouldn't make. So I think he should call here and just hope for the best. But maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Maybe he had a really shitty hand, but still. That's interesting again. I think it's a fold. Again. Yeah. I mean, we could call and fold to action, but I think he just, it gives him so much power. Yeah, and folding made us $1.50. I mean, sure, we would have a better chance given how it played out. Shoving our ace-6 before, where he had the 4-3 that hit the 3. Yeah, but I think it played out. I think we played this well, but not sure. And here, interesting spot here. I think you're totally making a mistake if you're not betting. I mean, it was, I opened, small blind defend, and check on flop and turn. Maybe I put in a tiny bet on the turn because he checked again. And I think we should bet here for sure. It would be a big mistake not to go for value here. He should call a lot with 10, maybe an 8, maybe pair of 9s, 7s, jacks, of course. which probably doesn't even do this. Yeah, pre-flop it would jam, but yeah. Yeah, definitely want to see the sizing. I'm not even sure if the sizing is good, because the thing is, it doesn't have, like, if we do this with a bluffing range 2, we only get him to fold like queen high and lesser hands, I think. We're probably not even getting him to fold a 4 maybe, or a pair of 6s maybe. Maybe we do. I'm not sure about the sizing. Going half probably isn't too bad either. We're definitely targeting the very low pairs. Yeah, we definitely, like, this is perfect for the 8, I guess. Yeah, I'm not saying it is terrible play. I'm not sure if it's the best sizing, that's all I'm saying. Okay. We have a 5x here. We can focus a little bit on that one. A lot of stuff going on, of course, with 5 spinning golds at the same time. Okay, easy jam. We run into queens and we bink it. That's nice. I think 5s here, easy jam, even 10 big blinds deep. King check off. We can jam or limp call or min raise fold. Seems all fine. I think jamming is probably the best, because then we don't get like rejams from hands where we actually have the equity to call. So I think jamming is best here, king check, and we are lucky. We just focus on this one mostly. King 8, yeah, I think it's a fine jam. It's on the bottom edge of our range here. Oh, quickly this, like 4 left. We are the second tiniest stack, getting a jam from a rack. Small one is big blind. I think ace 3 is a call. His range is really high, like I guess like 60 plus or maybe 70% of his hands. Almost all suited hands, connector hands, 8, 9 is probably jamming here. So I think we just have to take the spot, yeah. We actually hold, which yeah, it's unusual, but nice. Check 5, I want to see a fold, good. 10-3 just into the mark if we get action. 10-9 here, yeah, it's the bubble. So I decided to fold. Probably not the worst move, but I think going all in with this hand is probably okay too. Phew. Yeah, I think we can take better spots given how deep we are. Deep, but it's for spinning gold, it's deep, being 7.3 big blinds. Here, definitely a fold. Okay, and now focus on the blast again. He jams, I want to fold. Yeah, of course, 10-3. 5-9. Yeah, limp seems fine. Probably better than jamming. 7-9. Not much we can do here. Just folding. I can increase the speeds. So let's do that. Fold queen 4. Well, yeah, limping. Okay. Then we definitely have to bet this flop. We get a call. I think checking here now. He can have a lot of 6x. I think we can call with queen high here. What he has to do is... Yeah, I don't know. I think the reason I think we can call, he does float with 5-4. This flop maybe with a lot of flush draws. Maybe some overcards, even king 5 could float here. Well, then it's not a good call. So I think it's on the edge, but given the price, like 1 big blind into 4.2 or whatever it was, I think we can call queen high here. And he has a full house with deuces. Seems fine. Ace 9 against the limp, just jam it. No reason to get tricky by 3xing or min raising. 5-4 suited, I think I want to have it in my jamming range. Getting a fold, which is of course good. Jack deuce, not much we can do. Folding. Ace king, probably a good hand. Yeah, you could min raise, but I think if you're already on the jam or fold mode, it's kind of suspicious to suddenly bring a min raise. So I prefer to keep it in the all-in range. But yeah, I prefer limping the super strong hands like queens plus maybe. Okay, I call king 4 suited here. I think that's fine. Yeah, we run into his top range. The thing is he's been playing quite tight. I didn't see him jam. Well, he jammed quite a bit. So yeah, I think it's just fine in the cooler. And we lose against ace queen. 5-3 suited. Limping is fine. Jamming should be good too. Not, yeah, a little too deep. 9 point something big blinds. But we don't get action with our nice 2-pair here. Let's increase the speed a little bit more. Yeah, 8 deuce. We can't do much here. King jack is a call against the shove, I'd say. 7 deuce. Here we ran into aces with ace queen. 8-9. I actually don't mind raising this slightly against the limp. Problem is it plays fine post flop. And here it's kind of dicey. I think it's a check fold. Too much beats us here. And we are, yeah, I think too much beats us. We could play it as a bluff. The problem is a queen beats us, so we can't really wrap the 7-8 straight with the 8 blocker here. So, and for some reason we win, which is nice. 9-8 suited, just a jam, good luck. Folds. Ace 8, want to rejam this. We can expect him, if he has a working brain, to at some point start trapping strong hands, because we rejammed quite a few times. That's something to keep in mind. So we shouldn't rejam light on his limps all the time, is what I'm thinking, but it always depends on how thinking this player is, kind of. Yeah, we can limp the super strong hand. I think that's the bottom range you want to limp. You don't want to limp tens. I think even jacks is a little bit dicey, but why not? And folding deuce 3 here. Probably some other interesting stuff going on, but focusing on this right now. Queen 8, yeah, bottom range jam, and we run into better kicker. Quite unfortunate. Ace jack, yeah, no action. Jack 8, clear jam, we run into ace 7, and we lost. Interesting spot here on the bubble with 8-8. Let's see that. So this was just standard, I think. You tell me if you saw any interesting hands or something you would play differently. Let's focus on this one. On the bubble, 3 big blinds. Okay, well, it's very clear to me, like, against him it's a rejam. Against any of them it's a rejam. And we just hope we have the better hand and hold. We do have the better hand, and for some reason we also hold. Very nice. Let's skip ahead a little bit. I think I did have some 10x. Yeah, let's see if there's some interesting spots in the 10x. This is interesting. I think min raising with almost 20 big blinds here on the hijack seems fine. Yeah. Depends on the player tendencies. If they're super aggro, you actually can fold this. But it plays well post-flop, especially here. What would you do? Like, I think this is just a flat, and hoping that he flats too, because given he flats, we really get great implied odds. And what is this? Sure, sometimes it's the ultra nuts, but we can't assume that, I think. Sure, we can take better spots. I mean, falling isn't horrible, but And yeah, that's the problem. And luckily he bets 8 big blinds, which makes it super easy. If you would bet 2.4, what do you do, right? But then it's probably still a fold. Set versus set, you don't see that too often here. Ace king versus ace king, nice. Skip ahead a little bit. He limps. I think jamming here isn't terrible. We can also min raise, see a flop. The problem is, what do we do if he rejams? Do we really fold this? It's a strong enough hand to want to build a pot. That's why I say min raising probably not terrible. I think jamming is the best option. Calling is okay too. Min raising okay too. Yeah, I do jam, which is fine, I think. I mean, it depends. Like if he would have been super tight all the time and suddenly starts limping, maybe don't take the spot. But ace 3 here. Okay, now I'm folding. 5-3 fold. King deuce fold. Tens. Yeah, of course, open jamming. And he tank calls with ace 7, which is fantastic for us. We double. I think it's a really bad call, by the way. Kind of early position. Ace 7, you're only beating, well, Broadway, and then you're still almost flipping. You want to preserve your nice 14 big blind stack here. Still 6-handed, which is crazy. 7 deuce into the muck. Here queen check, definitely a fold if he jams 100%. If he wouldn't, I think it's an all-in. 7 deuce. Check 5 in the big blind. Just folding, of course. Oh, okay, this was interesting. Check 8. Small blind versus big blind. Yeah, he has a good stack. He's actually the chip leader, even though it's only 8.7. So if he knows kind of what he's doing, he should be folding very wide. Even ace x hands probably against our jam. Like weak ace x, maybe not, but the thing is, he has a good chance to make it in the money. Definitely a lot of hands that he beats, yeah, that beat our hand should be folding, like queen check, king check, probably. King check is really strong, but jack 10, all that stuff, jack 9. So I think it's a fine jam. And he has all the trash that he insta folds. And it goes through. He tanked and showed 4 deuce, so maybe he would call very wide here. This is a nice spot. Even if he jams, I think we have to go here, even with him sitting out for sure. Ace queen suited, just mega monster kind of pre-flop. King queen, quite annoying. Okay, GG. Not much we can do here. Let's skip ahead a little bit. See if there's some bubble spots. What's that? Let's see here. Oh, that's interesting. I min raise and against pillow fighter, and I flat against this min raise. This is very strange. I mean, we had slightly more chips than him. Kex is very aggressive in the right spots. He knows what he's doing. So I think we don't have, like, we can't just lay back here. And with his strange min raise, I don't hate the flat with ace 5. It's a little bit dicey. He has 7 deuce, which of course is good for us. And we double up here. So still bubble time. He should jam very wide. He does not. Okay, I'm trying to taunt him a little bit. 6s here is interesting. If he... Yeah, the problem is I don't want to risk with 16 big blinds in my tournament life. I'm limping here. If he jams, I can call. If he jams and he calls, I will fold. So this is nice. I could even donk this, but it's kind of difficult with the check turn. Now I want to go for value for sure. watch this bubble a little bit more. 9-3, you have to fold here. I think it's a jam if he folds to us, but that makes it more easy for us. Also nice. Yeah, it's too strong. I don't want to fold this just because he's crazy. 12 big blind donk bet. Very nice. We have to call here potouts. And we hold against kings, which is beautiful. Yeah, so we heads up against crazy boy. Kings is nice to have against crazy man, pillow fighter. From the Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken. And he gives us, he just is making donations. Love to see it. Calling queen 3 suited here. I think I can jam this pre-flop. Queen high might be good here. I would call. Here stands. Well played, actually. It's so stormy outside. How often is it stormy when I'm recording these videos? Yeah, well. Don't judge me on my comments. This was a long heads up as it seems. Queen 5, he hits, and we hit, and he hits. That's super annoying. Yeah, I remember now, I think. Queen 8. That's a loose jam, but I think it's fine. And we lose. Yeah, nothing we can do. Okay, let's skip ahead. Maybe there's something here. Okay, we have a bubble here. We can zoom in on it. And it works itself out. No, it doesn't. So, oops, I made this big already. How did we make it heads up? Oh, the ace on the river. Yeah, lucky us. Check 8, just jamming. Probably a very ABC play here, but let's have a look. 10-9, easy jam. He calls, better hand, and oh, we binked the river. It's nice. Yeah, I want to see a limp here. 7 big blinds deep. 6-5 can play kind of okay. I think this is a jam, yeah. He did not trap us. Good luck, ace 10. King 4. That's close. Not sure what would be the bottom range to call here. King X, wise, King 6, King 7. Definitely King 8, I think. Limp seems fine. Definitely want to play here. Not folding against action. Okay, not much we can do. Here's a 10-6, which is also... he's not open-ended like we are, but he also blocks one of our straight outs, and he also has a gut shot and top pair, so he should have like 65-70% here. 65, 67, yeah. And that's it. Okay, so results are as follows. I think we were slightly down. Yeah, slightly down over a period of 50 minutes. Kind of very standard, nothing fancy happening. Let's see, leaderboard. Let's check the leaderboard. Here it is. Well, here, position 60. So it was probably on Wednesday when we just started out. Thursday, okay. And what else is there? This is our graph. Tournaments played. Yeah, this is the graph. Okay. And yeah, this is a quick summary. Not so quick, actually. Let me know what you think about some hands we played and about our challenge in general. Thanks for watching. See you guys and girls very soon. I have some cool episodes ahead. I'm recording this after I already played a few more sessions. So stay tuned and good luck at the tables. Subscribe if you haven't, and see you next time. Bye bye.